and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Now, look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5. And for Toronto, Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. The guard set is Quickly and Barrett. And it's Ingram in at the small forward. You know, Doris, with all the fanfare of opening night, it must be tough for the players to keep their focus.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a ton of excitement because you've put the offseason to use trying to improve your skill as a player. But you love the game of basketball. It's hard not to get amped up. You know, it's just the mature players who are able to channel that in the right direction.
Here's Quickly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
That one's on Morant.
IQ is fearless, baby. Absorbs the foul and continues on his way.
Quickly. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. A reserve through his first 3.5 seasons. Quickly now stepping indoors to a starting role.
You know, Kevin, you go from instant offense role off the bench to now being a lead guard. The responsibility takes an extraordinary step up. But this guy is clearly ready. Quickly wanted to be a starter in this league. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
Bane against Barrett. It's Ingram on the wing. Pass to Pirtle. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Outside, Bane for the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Ingram. Grizzlies making the shot. Wasted no time on that one.
And this is Ingram's bread and butter, a terrific mid-range shooter who looks to score from there often.
Wells in the corner. Some nice passing there by Memphis. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Yes, that goes in. Ingram's got his second bucket.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
And he stays with it. Second chance shot. Morant with the bucket.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama comes in for Jackson. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And that one's good. Ingram.
Tremendous vision from Chris Boucher. He is making a case for being more involved offensively.
Out to the right wing. Well, good, and a nice assist from Morant.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Raptors trail by 6. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And it's quickly missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Jacks up a 3, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Quickly. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, these coaches have told Emmanuel Quickly to be aggressive. Good things happen when he attacks.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. Clark kicks to Wells. Now here's Morant for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Morant's got 9.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
No good on the free throw. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Perk. Dick comes in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Walter in for Barrett.
And what you love about Bane is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
Now, here's Quickly. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Trains the three-pointer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Quickly against Morant. And the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, that's about perfect timing on the alley-oop finish. Scotty Barnes' teammates know he's a big-time vertical threat.
Loads it up there for Morant.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Raptors trail by 14. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Quickly. Latrey finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Quickly has incredible confidence and dangerously deep range, folks.
Here's Clark, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And the Raptors making a change here. Abaji's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Pippen's checked in. .24 seconds left in the first quarter. Barnes outside. Here's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys, the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
There's Boucher out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's Dick. Then it's Walter. And it's Abaji in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Now here's Barnes. Puts it up from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
So it's Toronto now. Grizzlies making the shot. Barnes outside. From outside, off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. In the corner, Kennard with it. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Walter. Hasn't made one yet. And the rejection by Morant.
Oh, money house. Morant knows how to elevate and did there to get the block. Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And good that time.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now here's Jackson. Fires the 3. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Pass to Dick. Kennard with the rebound. Last outing for Toronto, unsuccessful. It was a loss to the Spurs. There's Jackson with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Boucher with the ball. Pass to Dick. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Dick's got his first bucket of the night.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. It's a 16-point game. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Here's Dick. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Kennard's got 6 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Memphis also making some changes. Edey's checked in for Santi Aldama. Jackson comes in for Gigi Jackson. And it's Bane in for Pippen. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Onside, Barrett. Back to quickly. Ingram outside. Over Bane. 11 feet out and he hits it. 10 points for him.
Oh, that is an easy read for Mr. Quickly, simply finding the open man.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother, Powell, play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. And Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Elbow gets the basket.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Pass to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Edey can't hit. Raptors trail by 15. Here's Barrett driving to the basket. Great D that time from Bane.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 17. From past the arc, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bane's got 10 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Quickly the pass to Barrett. It's good, he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
This is a relentless scorer who is unafraid to work on the inside. In the paint, RJ making his presence felt. Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Pass to Pirtle. Back to Barrett. A beautiful reverse layup. Barrett's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
He gets that one. That's 7 points for Jaren Jackson.
Luke Kennard came in with a reputation as a shooter, but how about the passing? He's really working on this aspect.
Ingram kicks to Quickly. 4 seconds left. That shot off.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It was a big first half for Ja Morant, and we've come to expect this.
Ja was dynamite. When his shots falling, you can forget about slowing him down. He just has too deep of a bag.
And if they added his style points to his actual points, he'd break the single game record tonight easily.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the center position. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Good on the triple.
Unbelievable athleticism. Morant's stop and start is elite.
And here is Quickly, following Ja Morant's three. Two open that time, made it look too easy. Barrett's got 7.
The real
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Wells' shot is good. Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. It's Barrett on the wing, guarded by Bain. Bangs home the trifecta. 13 points in the game.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Jackson, good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
If you see yourself on the big screen, and you know what to do, check out your move.
Looking here at some numbers for England. Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, they got him the rock.
Raptors trail by 21. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. It's rebounded by Memphis.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now, here's Barrett. 7 points in the game. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes shutting it down.
Wow, shake the building with that finish, Scotty Barnes. My goodness.
Doors, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season. This guy is such a phenomenal scorer. Scotty Barnes feeling very good right now.
Pass to Edey. Over Pirtle. Again, Memphis.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Pirtle, and it's blocked. And here's Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. Lets it go with a 3. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. And Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, that's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
Wells in the corner. Bain for 3. Traps in the tray. Bain's got 5 points now this quarter.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
A free throw dropped for Quickly.
Well, think about this, guys. Early in his career, Quickly finished second in Sixth Man of the Year voting. He's also proven he can be a capable starter in this league. That's big-time value.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And Grady Dick subbed in for R.J. Barrett. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage, so an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well, and I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed. No doubt about it, D.A. free throw good from Pippen. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
And Williams with the basket on the assist by Pippen. Williams has got his first points of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That's the handles of Emmanuel quickly on display. This guy is so good with the ball in his hands.
Kennard for three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Pippen. And the dunk by Boucher.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Clark inside. Pirtle's there.
Here's a look at some stats for Pirtle. Last year, getting it done. Last season, chipped in 11 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 1:26 left to play here in the third. Now, here's Quickly. He's got 11. A three ball. Nice D from Pippen.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Now, here's Quickly. It's Clark with the rebound. Boucher against Kennard. Count that bucket. Kennard's got 8 points.
How about that? Luke Kennard looking very comfortable on the interior. That's a tremendous finish.
Pass to Boucher. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Dick, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good, and Toronto making a change here. Abaji's checked in. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. And he makes both free throws. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Inside, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Walter. Still yet to score. Pass to Mobo. No good on the three. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Memphis out in front, just dominating this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
and he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Chris Boucher, and it's Mobo in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And they get it back. Walter can't get it to go. Out to the right wing. Here's Stevens. Knocks down the 3-ball.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
First free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Jackson with the screen. On the wing, Jackson over Boucher. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
On the wing, Bane. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Bane after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Stolen. Morant with the steal. Pass to Steffens. Nailed from three-point land. Steffens got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Grizzlies. Toronto's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Konchar's checked in for Memphis. Now here's Ingram. Pass to Mobo. 6 on the shot clock. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Here's Ingram. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
A natural-born scorer. Ingram is a walking bucket, and he can beat you in so many ways.
Yeah, it's stolen by Barrett. Now the Raptors moving it up. The finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the Raptors with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. And it's Ingram missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Bagley from outside sinks the triple. Bagley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now here's Morant. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Morant's got 22.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Outside, Barrett to stop the run. And it's rebounded by Morant. Morant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Took him no time at all on that one. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Memphis.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Now here's Pippen. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot from downtown. Pippen misses. And it's quickly in the corner. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
Well, quickly, boy, getting an opportunistic corner three-point shot, and he takes it.
To the inside, Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Ingram. 2 points. That one goes.
Gotta love the control Ingram has with the basketball.
Memphis with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Pippen for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we behind you. So.
You all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you for that, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Ja Morant.